Good morning,
Good
604.
morning, y'all. What's going on?
Good morning, Mr. Rudy.
Hey, if you guys all say it at once, you guys sound like a broken record. I just
I
want
know, right? He's got it.
to
Okay.
amazing.
So I told them that we're going to be working with triangles and trapezoids. We already assigned who's going to be the screenshot person, who's reading the learning target, who's going to do problem 3. We explained that problem 4 will be done in a breakout room. And then we explained that we only have an independent practice today, no exit ticket, followed by note submissions, which will be posted by Leanna, so they can copy their notes down explicitly. If that's all done, they can do their iReady. Saturday school resumes this Saturday at 9 o'clock for math, 10 o'clock for ELA, as well as the Black History Month project for math. We've already received Leanna's, for example, Juliana and Kalani's, for example. I received, if I missed anybody, I apologize. I received those extra credit Black History Month projects, and it already went into your grade on Grade Link. It is due tonight at 8. Please do it. You had almost 3 weeks to complete a project.
I do want to say a couple of things myself. One, we need to see your face. That's a no-brainer. If I don't see your face, not only will you be jeopardizing your own participation grade, but more so, what you're doing is actually impacting yourselves because we don't even know if you're paying attention to us or not. Second thing I'm gonna say is very, very, very simple. When I ask you if you understand something, I want a thumbs up. Meaning, because I'll be looking at you guys all the way around. If I don't get a thumbs up, I'm assuming that you do not understand. If you do not understand and you still say yes in the chat, I'm expecting you to get 100. Does that make sense? Today, you only have to worry about one thing, independent practice. You get 100 on that, guess what? No phone call home. You don't get 100 on that, I'm calling home. I already called 12 parents today. I'm willing to call another 15, no problem. This is about you. I'm making sure that you get to where you need to be. That being said, let's take it away.
Hold on, Mr. We were just missing just Emmanuel, right?
Real quick though, when I mean 100, I'm talking about your independent practice. 15 out of 15.
Yep.
So if there's anything that you do not understand, today's the day for you to say something, to talk, to tell me, hey, Mr. R, can you slow down? Hey, Miss Canola, can you slow down? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you repeat how you got this? Tell me that. I want to hear from you. I don't know. I'm not in your brain. I can't hear you. And I'm going to say this again. Please don't be walls. There's other classes that are walls. Like I'm talking to you guys right now and they won't say anything to me. Don't be that person.
I've seen in all the other classes and ELA.
Oh, yeah. I'm not dealing with it. I'm that serious. Look, y'all want to see? Look, I called home. I got my list. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
I'm not playing.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, let's do this. You already know who you are. Adam, you're going to start us off, and then Mr. R will do problem 1. I will do problem 2. Okay, Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021, standard 6G.
Learning target. I can calculate the area of triangles and apply it to real-world situations. I can calculate the area of a trapezoid and apply them to real-world situations.
Adam, what are we going to be practicing and learning today? What 2 skills?
Today we will review how to calculate the area of the triangles and apply to real-world situation. In addition, we will learn how to calculate the area of trapezoids.
Good. Please read this formula. Now, we already learned how to find the volume and height. Right? We're going to create formula sheets. When you write this down, you're creating your own notes, which is your own format, your own formula sheets. Area of a triangle, Adam.
Important vocabulary words. Area of triangle. A equals B times H.
Okay, now, yesterday when we did this, guys, we noticed, not just in your class, but in all 4 of our classes, that students were able to multiply base and height, but they were not dividing by 2. So like if it was like 5 times 2 is 10, half of 10 is 5, half of 10 divided by 2 is 5, right? 10 divided by 2 is 5. They were forgetting to write 5 meters squared. They would come up with the answer, but they forgot to square the answer, because when you do area, you multiply 2 numbers. You square it. Area, square, volume, cubed.
Another thing that I want to readdress, Ms. Canola, maybe we could draw a rectangle right next to this and break it in half.
Right there.
So if you guys pay attention, look at this rectangle right here. We broke that in half. That makes it into 2 equal triangles. So if I was to ask you to give me the area of the entire rectangle, you might say length times width, which will give you the area. However, there's other ways to approach this. How? Well, if I get the area of a triangle and I multiply that by 2, don't I get the entire rectangle?
Because a
Yeah.
rectangle is made up of
So
2
if you think
triangles.
about it, what we was doing yesterday in the independent practice and in the exit ticket, a lot of you guys did really good on the independent practice. But then when it came down to the exit ticket, I don't know what happened. It was like, yep, I'm giving up. I'm going to pick any answers. And everything just went down slope from there. Some of you guys kept it even, but most of you guys went down slope.
Yeah.
So again, make sure that you're doing base times height and dividing it by 2.
The same thing is going to apply for trapezoids. Okay, someone's trying to come back in. Natalie. Okay, I'm going to text you the attendance in a second, Mr. R, because I'm just waiting for.
I figured there's going to be latecomers. We are low still. So.
All right, here we go. So area is base times height divided by 2. We went over that. We're going to draw a label, identify, substitute, solve, and divide. We already know that. Let's look at what we're going to do for trapezoid. Adam, for trapezoid, it says A equals B1 plus B2 plus height divided by 2. So here's you need to write all this down. Okay, you guys I'm gonna make this smaller. We're giving you 2 minutes to write down everything on page number 2. Write down the area formula, write down what's in the black about trapezoids, and write down the steps. So as you write, we're gonna talk. B1 represents your base 1. It doesn't matter if the base is on the top or the base is on the bottom. So watch, I'm gonna show you what I did here in the other class. Okay, I don't wanna go into too much detail because I don't wanna like confuse them. So you see where it says base and base? It doesn't matter if this is base 1. Well, maybe not that, maybe I should do blue, red. It doesn't matter if this is base 1 here, and it doesn't matter if this is base 2. This could also be base 2 here and base 1. Because when you are doing the area formula of a trapezoid, and you add, let's say the base was, let's say this base was like 2, and this base was like 5. Isn't 5 plus 2 the same as 2 plus 5?
Yes.
Yeah, because the commutative property of addition says that I can switch the numbers around, but still get the same sum. So it doesn't matter, because students in our last class were like, hey, does it matter what's base 1 or base 2? Technically, it does not matter, because when you plug them into the formula, you're going to get the same exact sum.
Okay.
Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be base 1 and base 2. This could be base 1 or 2. This could be base 2 or base 1. Then this green dotted line here where there's a right angle, which is 90 degrees, represents the height. How tall is the quadrilateral, which is a 4-sided figure. So Mr. R is going to read to you about quadrilaterals in here. Okay?
So real quick, guys, this might be actually a part of your quiz. So I'm not telling you to write it down, but it will be good to write it down either way. Trapezoid is a quadrilateral with one pair of parallel sides. The two base 1 and base 2, or base 2 and base 1, are always going to be parallel lines that go on forever. It has 4 line segments and 4 interior angles. So I don't know if you guys see the blue. The blue is the interior angles, right? The parallel sides are the trapezoid's 2 bases, which I just said, parallel base 1 and parallel 2. The altitude is the perpendicular line from the base to the other parallel side. So real quick, everybody see that green line, height?
Yes.
Something that's called perpendicular is something that intersects, right? So when you see that intersection, it's a perpendicular line. We have a lot of them in New York City. If you want to be able to drive in New York City, you must understand that there's perpendicular lines everywhere. So that being said, in order to understand this particular shape, right, you must understand that the interior angles all equal 360 degrees.
Why? Because that's the magic number of all quadrilaterals. When I add angle 1, the interior, the inside, plus angle 2, the blue one, plus the third blue angle, plus the fourth, they all equal 360. Maybe
another way to solve this, and another way to think about this, is if Ms. Canella was to be kind enough and take the line and actually make the 2 sides in that perpendicular, oh, you already got it down there, perfect.
Over
so
here?
You guys look below, there's 2 triangles and 1 rectangle in that trapezoid box. Okay?
Do you see that, guys? Do you see
the
how
same thing, right? All they did was they chopped off those 2 corners, and if you think about it, how many right angles are in a rectangle?
Look, the corners. How many corners are in here? Does anyone remember from maybe 4th or 5th grade? Look,
4.
4.
4.
And
How much is a right angle? How many degrees is a right angle?
90.
90. So if
That's
there's
94.
90 degrees, how much is that all in total?
360.
Right. So that's the magic number for quadrilateral. For triangle, it equals 180. Maybe you saw it before, maybe you didn't, but I wanted to give you a little background knowledge so you understand what all this meant about trapezoids.
So again, if I was you guys, I will write this formula down. Base 1 plus base 2 plus h divided by 2 equals the area of a trapezoid. It's very key and very important. So right now, this is the 3rd formula we learned. If I were you, after this class is done or during your lunchtime, make a formula sheet for yourself. That way you guys can reference off of it.
We learned area of triangles, area of trapezoids. We learned the volume and area of rectangles. Remember? So 4, right, Mr. R?
So yeah, 4, sorry.
It's okay.
You know, so weird. I'm looking at the trapezoid and it reminds me of the table I have in my living room. It's exactly the same shape with the legs and stuff on the side. That's how I'm remembering just looking at my table.
Oh, very cool connection.
Yeah, because I have a black table and it's the same size. It looks like a trapezoid. So I'm looking at the base. On the sides, I see the legs. And then I'm dividing it with the height, with the angles in my head, just looking at it.
Oh, thanks,
All right.
Misty, for that. Okay.
Let's
So
go
again,
now.
to calculate the area of a trapezoid, it's pretty much the same exact steps as a triangle. We're going to always draw and label a trapezoid, triangle, whatever shape it is. We're going to name or identify the pieces of information they give us either in an image or a word problem, right? The area, the base 1, base 2, the height, and all of that. And then we're going to substitute or plug in or replace the numbers. And the last piece we have to remember that we keep forgetting about, which is what we used to do too, and it's common, is we have to take the final answer and divide it by 2. So we have to remember that once we do all that math, we have to divide by 2 to find the area.
Just want to let you know that the timer's been up for the notes.
Okay. So
yeah.
How much more is left, Mr. R?
There ain't none. We gave him 3 minutes.
Okay. All right, you guys can always go back to the Google Classroom for this as well. Okay, and Leanna, our screenshot taker, is going to post these up for us. Mr. R is going to do problem 1 for you guys. I'm going to do problem 2, and then we'll have you help us out, okay? Whenever you're ready,
The
Mr.
shape
R.
is made of 72 right triangles. Very key, important. Sorry. Tune over here. Sorry. All right. A shape is made of 72 right triangles of equal sizes. Each right triangle has a base centimeter of 20 and a height of 9 centimeters. What is the total area in square centimeters? Now, this is a review from yesterday. So first step, draw the triangle. The base is located at underneath or on the bottom of something. So for example, my mug, my baseball mug, there is a base. The base is going to be the bottom. The base here measures 20 centimeters. The side, the height, measures 9 centimeters. The area of a triangle. I would like everybody right now to contribute into this and write it down in the chat. What is the area of a triangle? Everyone.
Let's see if we remember from yesterday.
Maria, once you answer this in the chat, you can go to the restroom. Go.
Area of a triangle is what Mr. R is asking. No,
I don't want to know the answer. I want to know the formula.
Hold on. Yeah, you're not wrong, David. That's how many degrees are in a triangle. What is the area though?
Can I see the formula, please? Can I see the formula?
Yes.
Sure, Miss Sanchez.
It's area equals base times height divided by 2.
Awesome.
Square.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Now we're just going to do something called substitution, which we substitute those numbers. So base equals 20 centimeters, height equals 9 centimeters, and area equals a nice question mark. We don't know it. Now we solve to find the area. So what's 20 times 9?
Wait, shouldn't we write the formula?
David said this already, I believe.
Yeah, he put the answer was 180. But then
Kaylani, go ahead.
180, yeah.
Kaylani, I seen your hand.
180.
Divided by 2.
Wait, 180?
Divided by 2 is 2.5.
Who?
Whoa, hold on. What's 20 times 9?
180
180 what?
180.
centimeters.
Centimeters what?
Power, guys. How many times are we multiplying centimeters? 1.
2.
So centimeters squared, right?
Remember, area, we square the unit.
Now, work through it. We have to take 180 degrees or 180 centimeters squared divided by 2.
Which is
What do we get?
90
90.
90 what?
centimeters
90 centimeters
Centimeters
squared.
what?
square.
If you don't say the square, guys, it will be considered wrong.
That's why I'm doing it on purpose to see if somebody will correct me.
It's easy putting you in place, guys. Now, Mr. R is going to tell you what else you got to do, or you tell him.
Okay, tell me, guys. She said you could tell me. So tell me what we do next.
You have to multiply 90 by 72.
Okay, so Kaylani beat me to it, obviously. So Kaylani, explain your math, please.
Because there's 72 right. There's 72 right triangles.
So realize what Kaylani did, because I know her internet is a little bit choppy. She found the area of one right triangle and realized that we have 72 of those. After we found the 72 right triangles, we have to actually multiply the two, and we get 6,480.
Whoa.
80 what?
Wait.
By
What?
72 centimeters.
I hear like 3 people talking, or is it me?
And
What
that's
is it?
648 centimeters.
Wait, 648 or 6,480
6,000
It's 6,000.
centimeters. What'd she say, guys? Did you hear her?
centimeters squared.
Okay. She tried really hard. Thank you for that.
Kaylani, I understand. I understood you, but it was like you were in and out. We were both a broken record right there. But again, first step, we find the area of one right triangle. Then we multiply it by the total number. So you have to reference back always to the question and make sure that you actually answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
Right, guys? That's half of the battle right there. Right? Identifying what is the question asking me.
Mhm.
Right?
Because Mr. R, do you want to go over the misconception that happened yesterday? Real
Oh,
quick?
absolutely. So what they did was they told me, oh, yeah, Mr. R, I'm done. I have a lot of people that know how to do the area of a triangle. No problem. Sometimes they'll say base times height and bunch of stop. They won't divide by 2. That's the first misconception. The second one is that they will find the entire area, base times height divided by 2, and then they will stop and won't reference back to the question to give me the full answer. Again, always, once you do one step, after the 4th step, go back and reference to the question just to make sure that you are answering every part of it.
Are we good? Give us
Any
a yes.
questions on that? Give me a thumbs up. I'm going to open up the gallery. Say that again, Ms. Canelo.
Mr. Diaz and Ms. Canelo, so for a student, how would they recheck their answer to make sure that it's correct and make sure they have everything that is needed?
So what they just have to do is follow the steps that we asked for during the triangle and labeling. Good question, right? Writing the formula. If you can draw and label and write the formula, then you can get anything correct in math.
Also, there is a way to check
for
this.
me,
Inverse operation, honestly.
Yes, and you use the calculator as well.
Okay, so Mr. Rudy, like you just said, like me, I had to go back, like you said, to look for that 72 because I forgot about it. So I stopped at 90 centimeters square, and I went, wait, that's not right. I got to go back. And when I saw the 72, I was like, oh, now we got to multiply it.
So this happens a lot, right? And to reference back to Ms. Burgos' point, guys, the best way to do this is just to add that step into your problem solving. Like I would put step 5, reference back to question.
Okay. So instead of having 4 steps, I can have 5 steps.
Exactly.
Yep. You can
and
add
it will
as many
help those of you that actually forget, because I'm gonna be honest, I forgot as well.
Yeah, so
right?
did
And
I.
it happens.
Yeah.
So, okay, so it's good that I'll be able to add step 5. Okay.
Absolutely. You can add as many stops as you can. It's not a race as long as you get the question correct.
Okay.
Okay, Leanna, I was able to screenshot this because I added something that the 6,480 centimeters squared represents the total area with the 72 triangles. Did you get that?
I got it.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Before you move on, can I get a thumbs up?
Miss Canella and Mr. R. Abigail's Wi-Fi is not good, and it's just horrible right now. So I'm on the phone with her so she can still see the lesson.
Awesome. Thank you for telling us that.
Thank you
for
so
being
much.
the leader. We'll give you some kickboard points. All right, Mr. R, we're gonna move on.
I don't understand that much. Okay, Kevin, thank you for letting me know. Where are you confused at, sir?
Well, we're gonna also go over it in a
If
break.
it's area of a triangle, is it the formula area of a triangle? Is it that one?
What is it that you need help on?
I don't hear you, Kevin. It says you're unmuted, but I don't hear anything. Does everybody hear
I
him or
think.
no?
I'm gonna rejoin. Okay, no problem, Kalani. Kevin, so if you tell us
So
where
can
you're,
I say from the beginning, because you say you don't understand that much. Do you understand the formula first? That's the first thing. Do you understand the formula?
Kevin?
Really,
Not really. What do you not understand? Do you not understand what the slash means, or you don't understand what you do?
I don't understand what you do.
Okay, so let's look at this, right? We have to draw a triangle. A triangle has 3 sides, correct? Tri means 3, the prefix. Look, I'm going to put a black dot. These are the 3 sides of my triangle, right? The side that's at the bottom is the base. That's what supports it. That's what holds it up. The one that goes like this, where my elbow is, that's the height. That's how tall the triangle is. So looking in the question, it tells me that the base has to be 20. So B, which is base, becomes a 20. The height, how tall it is, becomes H, which is 9 centimeters in the question. The times, the X means multiply. So you got to multiply 20 times 9, which is 180 on your calculator. That's where that 180 came from. So far, are you with us?
You good now, Kevin? So wait, just because you're good and you understand that part, do you understand it all though?
So then you have to take that answer of the base and height, which is 180, and divide it by 2. You're dividing it in half. So if you have $180 and you give me half, you get 90 and I get 90. That's where the 90 came from. Think about it as money, right?
Oh, and then hold on. So Kevin, and your steps, just to reference back, since you said that you need the help, after step 4, you see step 4 when we actually did the math, I would like you to write step 5. And I want you to say, hey, look at the question again.
Yeah.
Okay? Step 5, look at the question again. Why do I say that? Because you're missing a step, right? The second part of that question was, it says the total area in square centimeters of the triangle. But the triangle is made out of 72 right triangles. You see that? So in order to answer the full question, you take the area in centimeters squared, and then you multiply that, like in the blue area where we just did, and we multiplied 90 times 72, and we got 6,480 centimeters squared. Okay?
Okay. All right, we're
Any
good?
questions on that, sir? If you do, I can definitely send you yesterday's video and the office hours video in order to help you best.
Yeah, that's why make sure you come to office hours, because we suggested for you to come if you don't have ILT.
All right?
All right. Well, we're going to do this more in a breakout room, so you can ask your questions then one-on-one as well. Okay, so model problem 2, we're going to now find the area of a trapezoid, okay? So we have this trapezoid here. As you saw before, it was drawn, right? It's a 4-sided figure. We have a height, which is 5, a base, which is 6, the first one, and another base, which is 8. So like I said before, it doesn't matter. I'm going to call this base 1 maybe over here. Doesn't really matter where you call it. So base 1, I'm going to say that it was 6 centimeters. At the top over here, I'm going to write base 2. I'm going to say that this is 8 centimeters. Everyone follow so far?
Yes.
This is at the top. I just don't want to cover up the question, okay?
By the way, guys, it doesn't matter which one is base 1 or base 2.
Yeah, it
Does
doesn't
not
matter.
matter.
We went over that before because we told you that whether this is 8 or 6, you still get the same sum when you add. This is going to represent my height here. So my height, according to the question, it says it's 5 centimeters. Now I got my base 1, I got my base 2, I got my height, and I got to figure out the area. The area is the unknown. Oops, sorry, I don't know how to write. The area is unknown.
Mhm.
Now that I identified from the question, I have the image drawn, I labeled it. Now I'm going to find out what is the area formula of a trapezoid. Does anyone remember what it was from the first 2 pages of our notes? Area equals what? Anyone remember?
Kalani wrote it down. She put,
Okay, what'd she say? What'd you say?
she
B1.
put area equals in parentheses base 1 plus base 2 close parentheses plus h divided by 2.
Instead of plus though, we're gonna add the bases and multiply the height.
Mm.
So, okay?
Oh, I see what happened. So guys, realize that the B1 and B2 were in parentheses, which equals multiplication in parentheses. That's why we replaced that. Okay,
Yeah.
everybody see that?
Okay?
Yeah.
So now we already know that the base, right? We already drew and identified, we said 6 centimeters for base 1.
Mhm.
We already said, oh, this is a little hard to see. Sorry. We already said that base 2 was 8 centimeters. We already said that the height was already, no, 5 centimeters, right?
Yes.
We don't know the area, so we're going to call it the mystery number or the question mark because you got to figure that out. What did I do?
I don't know.
Sorry. This is the question mark. I hit these random buttons. All right, now I got the trapezoid drawn, I got it labeled, I identified, I got the formula. Now I got to take the formula and plug the numbers in, substitute them. Pay
Okay.
attention because we're going to do this on your own in a few moments. Okay? We appreciate those that had questions. So I'm always going to now, step 1, I'm going to write my formula. Before you do anything, you need a formula. If you do not have the formula, you don't know what you're doing in math. So A equals base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Divide everything by 2. That is the formula for area of a trapezoid. Step 2. After 1 comes 2, right? I'm going to now substitute because I already identified them. I'm not going to identify them again. Substitute numbers. So I'm going to rewrite my formula. B1 plus B2 times H divided by 2.
Okay.
And I'm going to now replace the numbers where they belong.
Okay.
In place of B1, I'm going to substitute it with 6 centimeters because B1 is base 1, 6 cm. There's an addition sign, so I put plus. What I'm going to also do is I'm going to put a check mark. Now base 2 is 8, so under B2, I'm going to put in 8. Everyone follow. 8 centimeters. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, then it says I'm going to times by my height. Well, my height is 5. So I'm going to take my pencil, put a red check mark, height. I'm going to put the number 5 cm. The slash means divide, because then I divide by 2. Now I'm going to do the math. 6 plus 8 is 14 centimeters. When I'm adding the same unit, I just bring it down.
Okay.
So now what I did, folks, if you look, is this plus that gives me 14. Yes? Now I have to now multiply by 5 because that's the next operation. So I'm going to take 14 times 5. And that's going to give me what? Type in the chat.
70 centimeter, Kalani wrote.
Centimeters to what power?
Square.
Okay. So I'm going to put the 2 because I'm multiplying a centimeter times a centimeter, which is 2 units. I square it. Now the last part says I have to divide by 2.
Okay.
Remember, you take the final answer and divide it by 2. So what is 70 divided by 2?
35.
35.
35 what?
Centimeters. Centimeters square?
Centimeters squared.
You guys all understand that?
Mm-hmm.
This is the total area of the trapezoid. Yes?
Yes.
Anyone have any questions?
No, I don't.
It's already 10:47.
We have one more question in the breakout room.
Okay.
So I noticed David wrote 35 centimeters and Emma. But if they don't write the square, that means their answer will be wrong, correct?
Right. Because if you can't write the 2 in the chat, you can just put the word squared like that.
Okay.
Or you can put, I think, a space in the number 2. Like I think you could do 35 cm2, like that maybe.
Okay.
There. Oh, you put the caret. Yes, the caret's another way of writing square. Thanks, Leanna, for that. All right, Leanna, did you get this picture, dear?
Yes, Emma. Emma corrected herself. Thank you.
Great, Emma. All right. Problem 3 is going to be the same way. We're going to have Leanna go through it, then a breakout room, and then you're going to work independently on your work.
I'll take a picture.
You got it, dear? You got it?
Is there any questions on this?
Kevin, are you good with this, honey? That's a lot.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll work with him in a breakout room. Don't worry, Miss B. All right.
Kevin, you good?
You
Is everybody good?
understand?
Give me a thumbs up if you're okay. If you're good where you're at right now, you're good. Ramesses, where are you at? You're good?
Let's see,
Okay.
Emma,
Amari, where are you? Justin, where are you? I don't see no thumbs and I don't see no faces. I don't appreciate that. Come on, guys. I need to see your faces.
All right, Justin is
I'm not talking to
good.
the
Emma,
wall or the ceiling. I'm talking to you guys. Perfect.
All right. Leanna, Sanchez, and Kalani. Girls, this is for you. Who's doing it? Who's reading it and who's going to solve some of it and pick up? Oh,
go for
What is
Kalani.
the area of a trapezoid that has base 1 measuring 16 centimeters, base 2 measuring 23 centimeters, and a height of 14 centimeters?
Miss Cano, I'll be right back. Got somebody at my door.
it's a really bad trapezoid. All right, let me try that again. All right, so it says draw and label the trapezoid. Who's taking over from here?
We have to label it. So the height is 14 centimeters. Then the base 1 is 19 centimeters. And then base 2 is 23 centimeters. So the formula is A equals B1 plus B2 times H divided by 2. So that is area equals base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. So that's what it means.
Perfect.
So, shush, fella. Shh. So we have to do 8 centimeters. Oh, sorry. I meant because I'm looking at my notes to just make sure I'm okay so far. So the first step we have to substitute. So yeah, you already know. So then that's step 3 is to solve. So then we have to do. Wait, hold on. Let me see. 19 centimeters.
Okay.
19 centimeters
Mm-hmm.
plus 23 centimeters. And then times 14 centimeters. And then divided by 2. So 19 plus 23 equals 42 centimeters. And then 42 centimeters times 14 equals 588 centimeters.
580 centimeters what? To the power.
To the power of 2. So, squared.
Okay.
So then after that, we have to do the division. So 588 divided by 2 equals 294 centimeters squared. Sorry, it's saying a lot.
Anyone have any questions for Leanna or Kalani? Because they did that pretty well.
Mhm.
Is the total area, right?
Mhm.
You know me. We got to explain what it is. We can't just write the numbers on the paper. Does anyone have any questions for them? Because in your breakout room, you have a problem just like this, and you will have a student teacher in there doing the problem.
Mhm.
Miss B, do you feel comfortable taking somebody, or you want to come with one of us?
As long as I have Kalani or Liana with me, I'm good. I have one of my girls.
Okay, no problem. Miss Sanchez, did you get a screenshot of this beautiful problem that you solved?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, guys. You can, Leanna is going to post everything in Google Classroom for you to refer back to, just for time, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. It is already 10:52 because we had to explain. We're going to do this problem in our breakout room. And then when you're done, you could work on your independent practice, all right? So in breakout room 1, let's put, all right, let me recreate. Okay, manually. All right, let's do this. So in the first breakout room, we'll give Miss Burgos with Leanna, Remeses, Brandon. Miss B, you're all right with 6 students?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, we'll have Kalani. Oh wait, I gotta give Miss Martinez. Miss Martinez, where do you want to go?
It's up to you.
Where do you want to go?
Could I be, let me see, could I be co-host so that I could jump around?
Or I put you in a room, but don't go there.
Okay.
Here you go. I guess you can go in your own breakout rooms if you're co-host. Is that true? Guys, go to
I
your.
could join any room.
Okay, go to your breakout rooms. Hello, Justin. I need you to go to your breakout room. All right, I'm not leaving until you're in your breakout room. My students are waiting. Caleb, I assigned you. Brandon, I assigned you. Come on, you gotta go. I don't want you to miss out. I think he's frozen. Brandon? Okay, he went. All right, you can jump around now. All right, let me go to this guy. All right, hey, Miss Martinez. All right, where is Kalani? Kalani, would you be kind enough to share your screen? And would you be the one that types everything on for number 4? Okay, so Kalani is going to be the teacher. You got Miss Martinez and myself in here, guys. So if she calls on you, she'll ask you a question. Please coach her through the work. Got it? Yes, everyone with us? Emma, please turn your camera on, dear. I need to see your pretty face. Thank you.
to open the door for my mom.
Okay, no problem. Miss Roman, how we doing? We're making a copy? All right, Miss Roman. Miss Roman's going to be the teacher, Miss Martinez. Wait until you see how she does it. If you are having trouble unmuting yourself, if there's noise in the background, just type it in the chat. Type in the chat to get your points. While we wait for Kalani, can somebody type in the area for, oh, here she goes. All right, she's going to do problem number 4. She's going to make a copy. On my screen, I had that deleted. Is it still there? That was from Mr. Hani. Maybe I have to share my screen. Let's see. She can't delete that. Nope. Kalani, let me see. Can you? Nope. Oh, you got it. Perfect. One unassigned participant. Who's that? Oh, Dean Anthony's coming in. All right. All right. You can leave that little purple mark there. It's okay. All right, ready? Let's go to the question, Kalani. You're the teacher.
Okay, so remote practice problem 4, area of trapezoids. What is the area of a trapezoid that has base 1 measuring 40 centimeters, base 2 measuring 8 centimeters, and height of 14 centimeters? Draw and label a trapezoid.
No, wait, Kalani, you gotta ask people questions. You're the teacher now. So draw the triangle and call on them. I mean, not triangle, trapezoid.
This is hard.
You got this. There you go.
Okay, so we have to do this, right? So base 1 is 40 centimeters.
You can also hit the T button and you can actually type it on the chat, on the text.
Yep, I just realized that.
It's okay.
Now base 2 is 8 centimeters. Okay, so now we have to write down, like rewrite the, what is it called?
Before you go there, you didn't label the height, honey.
Oh yeah, got that. And the height is 14 centimeters. Okay, so now we have to rewrite the formula. So what is the formula of trapezoids?
Somebody, what's the formula? Somebody said it. Not base times height though, that's for triangles. So B1 plus, guys, what is she writing? Somebody help her out. What's the formula? Base plus height divided by 2. Not necessarily, actually. I think you're getting confused. There you go, Emma. Emma, can you say it?
Base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2.
Good, Emma, help her out.
Okay, so look at your formula again. Does anyone see what's happening with the formula?
Yeah, David, where's the mistake there? David wrote it.
Perfect.
Kalani, who's doing this part?
I don't know. Juliana, maybe? I don't know.
Okay, Juliana. What's base 1? Oh, Kalani, I would also put next to 40 if you could write centimeter and label base 1 and base 2 for them in the height. Other than that, perfect. There you go. And then label what that 40 is. Yep.
Okay.
And then what's the 14 represent?
Oh, the height.
Let's call on, I'm going to help you out just because we're starting to run out of time. Let's call on Juliana. Juliana, what's base 1 and base 2, Juliana? She's helping you. Thank you. Wait, look at your formula. Are you multiplying or adding? Kevin says 40 centimeters is base 1. Good, Kevin. What's base 2, Kevin? Yes, base 2 is 8 cm. Thank you, Emma. 40 cm plus 8 cm. Okay, so I see what she's doing. She's going to add them up first, right? It's 48 cm. Now she's going to take the 48 and multiply by the height. What's the height, Kevin? 48 times what's the height? What's the H? Yes, 14. Good job, gentlemen. So 48 times 14. What does that equal? What's 48 times 14? (672 centimeters what? Squared. Now you have to divide by 2. 672 divided by 2 is what? In the chat, A equals 672 divided by 2. What is that new answer? What is the quotient, the area? So the area would be equal to 336 centimeters squared. 300, good. cm2 is the total area of the trapezoid. Everyone see that? Kevin, I really love how you were able to participate. That shows me you understand. Thank you, Kevin. Does anyone have any questions? All right, good job. Kalani, excellent. All right, so we are going to do this now, okay, because we're starting to run short of time. I didn't think it was going to take so long, but it is what it is. All right, let's do the independent practice quickly together. Ready? We have like 6 minutes. All right, let me turn on the responses. All right, we'll give you guys an extension if you need it. All right, let's do it. Everyone, number 1 hit 604. Number 2, who wants to do this quickly? A shape is made up of 6 right triangles. Each triangle has a base of 7, a height of, go ahead, Kalani, a height of 2. What is the area? Go. What do we write?
So this is 6 isosceles triangles. So area equals base times height divided by 2. So the base is 7 times, no. Oh yeah, each well, has a base of, oh yeah, so 7 times 2 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And then you gotta times 7 times 6, which is 7 times 6 is 42. So the answer is A.
Does everyone see what you did there? Emma, you with us? So 7 times 6 equal 42 squared centimeters. Yes? Number 2. All right, number 3, who wants to do it? Because we're running out of time. We only have like 5 minutes. Well, we might stay an extra few minutes. Who wants to do number 3? Ooh, sorry, I didn't mean to show you the answer. Number 3, who wants to do it? Guys, we're running out of time. Go ahead, Kalani.
Okay, so let me see what it is.
The
trapezoid. What is the area of trapezoid? So trapezoid is base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. So base 1 is 20. So 20 times 4 is 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. And then you gotta multiply the height, which is 7. So 24 times 7. 4 times 7 is 168 divided by 2 is 84. So it's 84 centimeters squared, so it's A.
You guys see that? You guys with her? She's going real fast. Are we good? All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's do number 4. How do we find the area of a trapezoid? What's the formula? B1. Come on.
B1 plus B2 times H divided by 2.
Good, let's substitute the numbers.
Okay, so base 1 is 6, base 2 is 8. So 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 times 5 is, 14 times 5 is 70. So 70 divided by 2 is 35.
Everyone see what you did there?
So it's 35 squared centimeters, or centimeters squared.
Everyone see that? Yes, centimeters squared? Yes? All right, please write how many points you think you earned on number 5. That's easy, you're all gonna get a 15. Okay, number 6, we gotta find the area of the trapezoid. We have like 3 minutes. I think we can finish this up. Who wants to do it? Area of the trapezoid. What is the formula? B1, what is it?
B1, B2 times height divided by 2.
Good. 12 plus 6 is what, guys?
So 6 times 12 or 12 times 6.
72 centimeters squared. And then we're going to divide that by 2. What do we get? 36 cm, centimeters squared, right?
Is 18. 18 times 4 is 36.
Yep, 36 centimeters squared. Do you all see that? All right, last one. Wow, we're going to finish just on time. Wow. Number 7, find the area of the trapezoid. How do we do that? See if we can. Area equals B1 plus B2 times H divided by 2. Area equals 25. What's 25 plus 15? 40?
40.
Okay, now we're going to take 40 and times it by 5. What's 40 times 5?
200.
200 divided by 2.
200 divided by 2 equals 100.
100 inches squared. So you should pick this one. All right, hit leave breakout room. And now turn your notes in. You have a few extra minutes. We'll keep you like 2 or 3 extra minutes just to turn that in.
Miss Canella, Mr.
Yeah.
R,